And this first song, I know we've been a bit on a downer, so I thought I'd cheer us up by talking about one of the greatest tragedies known to Michigan. This is a song by the late great Gordon Lightfoot called "The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald."
The legend lives on from the Chippewa down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake it is and never gives up her dead when the skies in November come gloomy. With a load of iron ore 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. The good ship and true was a bone to be chewed when the gales in November came early. The ship was the pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. As big freighters go, she was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned. Concluding some terms with a couple of steel firms when she left fully loaded for Cleveland. And later that night when the ship's bell rang out, could it be the north wind they'd been feeling? The wind in the wires made a tattletale sound as a wave broke over the railing. And every man knew, as the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November come stealing. The dawn came late and the breakfast had to wait as the gales of November came lashing. When afternoon came, it was freezing rain in the face of a hurricane west wind. Supper time came, the old cook came on deck saying, "Fellas, it's too rough to feed ya." When 7 p.m. the main hatchway came in, he said, "Fellas, it's been good to know ya." The captain wired in, he had water coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. And later that night, when his lights went out of sight, came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn the minutes to hours? Researchers all say they'd have made Whitefish Bay if they put 15 more miles behind her. They might have split up or they might have capsized. They may have broke deep and took water. And all that remains is the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. her unroll of superior, sings in the rooms of her high-water mansion. Old Michigan steams like a young man's dreams. The islands and bays are for sportsmen. And farther below, Lake Ontario takes in what Lake Erie can send her. The iron boats go, as the mariners all know, with the gales of November. Remember, in a musty old hall in Detroit, they prayed at the Maritime Sailors' Cathedral. The church bells chimed to the rain 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. Superior, they said, never gives up her dead when the gales of November come early.
I do not appreciate what Machine Gun Kelly has done to the newer generation's perception of punk music.
What's the song called?
Song's called Punk Rock Music.
Oh, okay.
It's about...
I thought that was like all...
No, that was not the title. I'm tempted to change it to the title now.
Songs you like. Have you ever heard about punk rock music? And not just from posers with Liberty spikes in their cars made of diamonds and their teeth made of gold, while they sing about anarchy with lyrics they stole. Well, have you ever heard about punk rock music? Or maybe even rock and roll. Intentions, boy, you better come to your senses. No feeling quite as intense as being what you are. If I have grandkids someday, I hope they'll look to me and say, well, Grandpa's feeble, weak and gray, boy, can that old bastard play guitar? There's no context, just indecision. Boy, you better quit your whinging. There's no content in your contention since your world began. For what it's worth a try if you don't want to be that guy. I'd envy you if I could lie. You should have learned to never trust a man. consequences. Boy, you better learn your friends. There's no feeling quite as intense as being what you are. And if I have grandkids someday, I hope they'll look to me and say, well, Grandpa's feeble, we can pray, but boy, can that old bastard play guitar. Boys are framed from mistakes and brains, but I think you've lost your mind. I cannot believe you fail to perceive the wasting of your time. It's cold and dusty under Blippy's raking line. They cannot bear to take you in there, they say come back tomorrow. How are they blind, leaving behind, abandoning your sorrow? I can see you're feeling worse and have nowhere to go. Maybe it was just the edibles getting into my head. Although your words were beautiful, I never understood a word you said, but you were right. Bobby Carl, you were right, you were right. The passing of time to leave behind, the future comes to get you. What was a man has weathered his hands, his body black and bruised. What once stood proud and tall now has to beg for food. Humiliate is the trick of the trade if you want to survive. You didn't want my money, you just wanted to feel alive. Who the hell am I to say if you haven't kept your pride? Maybe it was just the edibles getting into my head. Although your words were beautiful, I never understood a word you said, but you were right. Bobby Carl, you were right, you were right. On that chilly Saturday morning, a young boy became a man. And on that freezing Saturday night, you say, young boy, what's your plan? And that grew a seed inside me there. For any of my friends who care, and those are just the kinds of things I cannot bear. I bought your food, we said our dues and wandered in the twilight, walking the beach with shoes on our feet and bodies warm and bright. Ever since I've wondered just what happened to you past that night. And it was not the edibles getting into my head. Although your words were beautiful, I never understood a word you said, but you were right. Bobby Carl, you were right, you were right. You were right, you were right. Don't do drugs, kids. Sailor men, run away, bunnies, where are you to go? Roll and blow on the Johnnies, it's terrifying. Can't you spend 1 hour more for a friend of mine? Where are you, sailor men, run away, bunnies, where... What's the lyrics? You'd think if I wrote the song, I'd remember my own lyrics.
Woo! That needs to be a part of like your recorded.
Yeah.
I thought that was part of the song.
How do you think, How's the song go? Crazy.
You want to see the next one? The next one?
No, I got it. Give me a second. Oh, I got it. Come on, you sailor men, run away, bunnies. You got goldfish and weed rolling down to your tummies. It's terrifying. Can't you
spend 1 hour more for a friend of mine. Come on, you sailor men, run away, bunnies, where are ye to go? Roll and blow on the Johnnies, it's so long ago. You hit the pen and went 10 miles down the road. Got it. All ye dollar signs, run away, bunnies, you've barely begun, and I don't think it's funny, it's ominous. Don't you dare tell me you can't take much more of this. Come all ye sailor men, run away, bunnies, when the voyage is done, boy, what use is your money? Our currency won't stop the current from washing you out to sea. And the one man I admired most, his father's son turned to Holy Ghost. He caught a last ship from the coast the day the music died. Last my head hopping fences, walking tracks and losing sense of time. What I find behind those missing bricks and abandoned gingerbread crack house, scattered heroin ties. And I got something on my mind, cause all those toxic railway walks have got me slipping on the rocks. All your friends said shipping boxes casted out somewhere, where at my coastline and pit tubes, trespassing the views are quite the stare. Just find it hard to bear. And Ontario, the seeds are yet to sow, so leave Ontario. Ontario, the weeds are yet to grow, so leave Ontario. I wrap my head walking back through wayside grass and railroad tracks alike. And what I find behind those missing bricks and ice cream. Those broken walls is fascinating, tattered words, dilapidated rhymes. Yet still my tongue stays tied, cause everything's so simple out here. 40 ounces, Tim's and cheap beer, still I know you're just lips off your wasting away. Over classroom desk work I take, cornfield shining colors breaking day. I just know that I can't stay in Ontario. The seeds are yet to sow, so leave Ontario. Ontario, the weeds are yet to grow, so leave Ontario. Go, so leave Ontario. Ontario, you've nowhere left to roam, so leave Ontario. Thank you very much.
Yeah!